Hello.
Hey everybody.
Welcome.
So I'm Miguel
I'm Daniela.
with a Disney Life for Me. Welcome to the replay if you're watching the replay. And so this is Disney Talk Tuesdays where we come together and just chat about some of what's been going on. Hey human
Hey,
person.
human person.
We received your email with some trivia
Yes.
questions, so thank you for that. So this is Disney Talk Tuesday, in which we just talk about some of the different things that are going on at the parks or different things related to Disney, but it's our more laid back live stream. Hey, Twinkle Bell Taryn, thanks for dropping in.
Hey, Rub Fast.
Hey, Rob, thanks for coming in. As you guys are coming in, please make sure to hit that like button
What
as it
up, Megan?
helps our live stream. Hey, Megan. Hey, Haley.
Hey, Haley.
So we don't know what to expect tonight. We know we've got a number of Disney streamers at the park.
Parks tonight.
So that's typically those nights will be a little different, but no worries there. So what we're going to be doing tonight is talking about Toy Story Land. So
sure.
we know you guys have probably seen some of the live streams, seen some of the vlogs. We got to experience it firsthand for the first time, and so we had some thoughts on it. And as we were there, we were like, even though some time has passed, we really should do a video on this because we have some things to say about it. So
just a quick hey Corey Fiasco and hey Mouse Talk. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome, Mouse Talk, and congratulations to Mouse Talk.
Yes.
Mouse Talk will be on Jeopardy at the end of the month, so
first timers.
We're excited about that. We always love to see new faces. Hey Nick, Magical News Live, welcome. Hey R. Johns. Nick, it was great seeing you too.
It was awesome.
We got to hang out with Nick a little bit on
Sunday night,
yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool seeing both Nick and Dan in my trivia streams. So that was fun if you were there.
That was kind of cool. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate that. Rob shared the stream. Cool. Yeah, Corey. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight, and we want to hear from you guys as well. Totally. So just a quick update. Remember, guys, this Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, our Disney Trivia. Mouse Talk will be on Jeopardy. We're looking for two more people to join them before the end of the month.
Welcome in, AJ.
Hey, AJ. Thanks for dropping by. So let's go ahead and just kind of start chatting about Toy Story Land. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
what were you going to say?
Go ahead.
Okay. What I just wanted to mention is that we didn't get a chance to go on Slinky Dash. What is it called?
Dog Dash.
Slinky Dog Dash.
Right. Yeah.
Coaster. So we won't be able to give a review of that.
Correct. Yeah, we did not end up doing Slinky Dog Dash, but we got to see it. We got to walk around. We got to do the alien swirling saucers. Yeah. What were your initial impressions of Toy Story Land?
It's amazing. Yeah, I can't wait to go on that, Nick. It looks awesome.
It does. It looks very cool.
My initial reactions, honestly, it was so cool walking into that part of the park with Alex in hand. Like, I was holding Alex as we was walking in, and he was just, like, so wowed by everything. It was so awesome. I mean, I myself was wowed by everything as an adult, walking in. It was so cool to see so many, like, details that they've put into the land. But it was really sweet, like, seeing it from a kid's perspective as well. So that was really cool.
Yeah, very cool. Real quick note, Human Person says, shout out to Dee for being a trooper mom, YouTube streaming at the same time.
There, Human Person.
No, absolutely.
That was rough.
I tell Dee all the time, she is the real MVP here, and she's awesome. She gets it done.
A word on that. What was so cool about that stream is AJ was on there, and he was like telling me where to go to see the launch on the super. I can't say the
Slinky
coaster.
Dog Dash.
Slinky Dog Dash coaster. So yeah, we got to see the launch, which was really neat. I wouldn't have known to go there. So thank you, AJ, for directing me that way.
And isn't that one of the coolest things about live streaming?
Yeah.
I was talking to a YouTuber a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about how that is what makes live streaming unique from anything else that we've ever experienced when it comes to entertainment. You can watch television in high def, it looks like you're actually there, but you can't tell the cameraman, can you look over to the right because I want to look at that over there.
Totally.
Right? It's the only form of entertainment that gives you that kind of access where the person in control gets to interact with you and real time can say, "Oh, you want to see that over there? Yeah, I can go over there
Can
and
you
show
turn your camera
you."
just a little
You know,
bit to the
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Or
Hey,
just a little up. I
you
wanna see
walked
what's
by
there.
too fast.
Yeah.
Can you step back so that I can take another
Can you
look
high
at that?
five Woody for me?
Right. It's like that's the only, and that's why live streaming is just taking off.
For sure.
And that's just live streaming at the parks, but that's why live streaming is taking off in general, right? You guys could can you guys close your eyes right now?
I'll do it.
Oh, just to prove the point. But no, but that's the thing. It's like you guys can watch a video reviewing Toy Story Land, and I'm sure you have, right? But this is the kind of interaction that allows you to tell us real time what you thought of Toy Story Land or what you've seen of Toy Story Land.
Yes,
so
totally.
I think that's just what is really, I mean, I know that it seems like people have been live streaming forever now, but it was brought to my attention that this was like in October that live streaming actually came onto the scene.
Like last year?
Yes, it hasn't even been a full year of live streaming on YouTube. And it just seems like it's already a natural, like a normal part of entertainment.
Especially in the Disney community.
Hey, Stacey
Welcome
Rogers,
in,
welcome.
Stacey.
So,
yeah, it's crazy.
No worries, Megan.
Oh, no worries, Megan.
We know that you're elsewhere, so we appreciate you even coming by. So, anyway, yeah, I agree with you. Initial thoughts on Toy Story Land. Walking into the land, I had heard one person tell me that they were disappointed. They felt like it wasn't a lot. They wanted more.
Yeah.
When I walked into Toy Story Land, I thought I was fully immersed from the moment I walked in, and it was everything I hoped for. Giant Woody, giant Buzz. I loved it. It felt like you were in a completely different place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Nick. I didn't say that either. It was very, very immersive, and so I would say initial thoughts were just, it was amazing to walk into, right? It was an awesome experience. I'm glad that we didn't watch streams or vlogs.
Yeah.
Corey, I owe you like watching 3 of your vlogs now. But we just wanted to experience that ourselves,
especially
for
as
the
locals.
first time.
Like,
exactly.
We knew that we
I
could
have
get to
no
the park
issue
whenever.
with people doing the vlogs and all that, because the reality is a lot of people won't get to go for a long time. So I think that's awesome. But we knew we were going to be able to go, and so we wanted to hold off and see it ourselves. And so it was awesome. It was awesome. Before we get to the ride, talk a little bit about at night, kind of the pleasant surprise that was when we went back into Toy Story Land.
Just how nice it looked, you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it looked really nice. I loved it.
It's a full-time job keeping up with Corey. Corey, who releases 3 videos a day.
I love Toy Story Land a lot, but when we went in, it was ridiculously crowded and hot, and Corey wasn't feeling that great. I want to go back when we move and experience it again. Totally. Welcome in, Discover the Magic.
Welcome.
So yeah, Haley, I think what was so nice about when we went is there was like no crowds.
Yeah.
It was like super light.
Yeah, relatively speaking, it was very light crowd.
At least compared to what we're used to.
I can't remember why. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I have no idea why. It was a Sunday. I don't know, but
I have no idea.
Yeah, it really wasn't bad. And in fact, we couldn't get a fast pass for Alien Swirling Saucer, but we ended up riding it twice, just by standing in line.
You rode it twice.
Well, we had baby
altogether
swap.
3 times.
We had baby swap.
Right.
With them, so yeah.
It was crazy.
Let's see. I got like 14 ice waters from Woody's lunchbox. They were free. Yes.
That's awesome.
It was very hot. So Haley,
gosh.
we can relate. It was very
super
hot.
hot.
It
was
had to
super
have
hot.
gotten really close to 100 that day. It was very hot. Somebody early on, and I apologize, I saw the comment but don't remember who it was, said that they wish there were more shaded areas.
Yes. Hashtag stay hydrated.
Completely agree. They have put out a number of umbrellas, very large umbrellas, and I think that's an attempt to try and provide some shade. Yeah. But overall, the place is not very shady, and so, or have places of shade, and so, yeah, that is one part that's a little disappointing.
So yeah, like on that note, I would say that was my one disappointment was the shadiness, but I would say even the inside. Like I kind of wish Woody's Lunchbox was inside. It is an outside quick service restaurant.
Right.
So that was pretty disappointing for me. Like the whole area, like there's fans everywhere,
right.
which I appreciate, but I kind of wish there were AC. Like we knew that we're in Florida, and
Nick says Andy's mom needs to plant some more trees in the backyard.
Yes,
I agree, Nick. I agree.
Totally.
She needs to get that green thumb going. But yeah, Haley says she wants to go at night. I will say, and it's one of those things where it's just like it felt different at night. It was a different experience to go at night. And for me it was, I'm so glad we went. The only reason we went is because we were doing trivia night.
Yeah.
And we said, why don't we go ahead and stream after trivia night? That way some people can take a look at the park. We go and ended up going to Toy Story Land. We were hanging out with Dan and Nick. And sure enough, we go in and I was blown away. The lighting, the atmosphere at night was, I wouldn't say more special because during the day you see more,
right?
But it just felt like a really neat experience as well.
And it felt like a completely different experience in the daytime Toy Story Land. I don't know. I for some reason really appreciated the daytime Toy Story Land more so than the night. Like I guess I was just so wowed by that first impression of walking in, and the colors were so vibrant.
Yes.
Like it was just beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was amazed by that. But then the nighttime was pretty cool. Even seeing like the Slinky Dog coaster at night was really neat. And the alien saucer, like the way that looks at night, was pretty cool too.
It really was. So some comments
there's a lot
here.
of comments you're missing.
Nick says they pump the AC in the kitchen of Woody's Lunchbox.
Okay.
Mouse Talk says Woody's Lunchbox is more like a kiosk almost. I agree. It should have been something like Pinocchio's Village House. With areas to sit inside out of the heat. Yeah, that's a great point, Mouse Talk. Human Person. It would be cool if they moved some of the plants from Bugs Land to Toy Story Land
that would
for
be
shade.
Cool.
Yep. We didn't end up staying all night like we planned, so I need to, Haley said. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't say do it at night before doing it in the day. I think catching it in the day is a must, so I'm glad you guys got to do that. But definitely, you want to experience it at night because it really was kind of a neat experience.
I like what Stacy says. Maybe Andy's mom can't afford more shade, not after she pays the electric bill anyway.
Yeah.
So true.
Haley liked the colors. Yeah, absolutely.
So beautiful.
Let's see. Nick says, I saw it at night first. It's truly awesome. Yeah. Hey, Sooner Girl, welcome, and thank you for coming by. They should open up an actual store in Toy Story Land instead of just a stand. Call it Andy's Yard Sale.
Oh,
that's a great
idea, Corey.
That is a great idea.
I love it.
And it really was kind of missing a store.
Yeah.
That I think that's a fair
assessment.
Point. Yeah. That it would benefit from having a store. And I mean, there's so many Toy Story themed things that Disney sells all the time that. Could you imagine just a really neat store where you just have the vast majority of things being Toy Story? I think it would do really, really well.
Yeah, totally. human persons. The reason for no shade is because Andy's mom went solar.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh man. So now let's talk about Alien Swirling Saucer.
Okay.
So-
The theming in the queue is awesome.
Yes.
Right?
So the queue, really, really well done.
So well done.
Really well done.
It was great.
Um,
I love all the details.
yeah, I will say this. We had heard some negative
Yes.
or very kind of reviews,
Mediocre.
right, about
The alien saucer.
the alien saucer.
Yeah.
And I believe that unfortunately, what happened to the alien saucer, swirling saucers, is what happened to the Navi River ride at Animal Kingdom. It was released at the same time as a more exciting ride.
Oh, I see what you mean.
It was released at
Yeah.
the same time as a more exciting
I can
ride,
see it. I
and
can
so
see that.
people can't help but compare them.
Yes.
The Navi River Journey is
Yeah.
actually a really neat ride. If you think about the animatronics, the amazing aesthetic throughout the entire thing, and the kind of experience, how immersive it is when you're going through it. But none of us can help but compare it to Flight of Passage. And it's like, no, Flight of Passage is an amazing ride. Flight of
Sure.
Passage is top 5 in all of Disney World, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
So if you're comparing the two, it almost lessens the experience of the Navi River Journey, when I think as a ride on its own, it's actually very good. Same
And honestly,
thing, in my opinion, when
They
it
should
comes
just
to
be
the
in
aliens.
completely different categories. Though.
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
they shouldn't even be in the same. And I wouldn't even put Navi River Journey with Alien Saucer. Like those are
I'm not. I'm just.
Oh, no,
it's
I'm
a
not.
comparison.
But I'm just saying, like, they just shouldn't even be in the same
Right.
categories. But yes, in comparison, I could see where you made that point. Also, a lot of people were comparing it to, someone tell me what the name is in Disneyland, the ride in Cars Land. That's the Mater Junkyard Jam
Okay.
or something like that. A lot of people are comparing it to that ride back in Disneyland.
Right.
That they say it's very similar. And so some people didn't enjoy it. They shouldn't be compared because they are totally different
I agree,
types of
Mouse
rides.
Talk,
Totally.
completely.
Welcome in, Corey Meets
Hey,
World.
Corey Meets World.
Thanks for joining.
Welcome.
Mater's Junkyard Jamboree. Thank you, Mouse Talk. Mouse Talk was there on the stream with me
Yeah.
that night as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and
So-
welcome, Corey. I saw you. If I remember correctly, I saw you on a stream hanging out with Nick. I actually think I saw you guys hanging out, if I'm remembering that correctly, earlier in the week. So, but welcome. So,
Oh, the different track music was so cool too, from what I saw on the stream. Yes.
yes, absolutely, and that's what I
Totally
did
in
want to
person.
talk about. That maybe the best thing of the ride
Yeah.
was the music. The music
Yes.
was awesome
Totally
on that
agree.
ride. It really, and it's kind of odd to talk about, right? When you're thinking of going on a ride, you don't typically point out the music,
Yeah.
but the music was really, really
Yeah.
cool. And so Nick made a comment, and I
Yes.
think I
Let's go
agree
to
with
that.
him.
Let's go to Nick's comment.
Yeah. So Nick says, only 2 things I didn't like about Alien Swirling Saucers. I can't abbreviate. Yes, thank you for not abbreviating, Nick. When the track changes, it is very unsmooth and it is very short. I agree on both of those fronts. So if you're watching the Alien Swirling Saucers, it's really neat, the concept that they did, because you're spinning, but you're also then changing tracks, so you end up going around this huge circle, but you're doing it in different patterns, so you're swirling all over the place. And it's almost aesthetically pleasing to watch as it kind of
Yeah.
changes tracks, right? Because it looks seamless.
Yeah.
But when you're on the ride, you feel it when it changes the tracks.
Yeah, you do.
And if only they could have smoothed that out.
Yeah.
I agree with Nick. I think it would have taken the ride to another level,
Yeah, sure.
because it would have felt different.
Totally.
And so you feel it when it changes the tracks, and that's unfortunate. And then to Nick's other point, it is kind of short.
Super
It goes
short.
by really fast.
Really fast.
Now maybe that's also kind of a blessing. We got to ride it 2 times by waiting in line, and maybe that has something to do with it. The ride moves.
I'm cool with that. Like,
very quickly.
It was a short line, short ride. I'm done. Like, that's
it
good.
said 40-minute wait. D waited 30 minutes.
That wasn't that bad at all.
Hey, Love Family.
So,
thanks for coming by. So, yeah, but those
But aside
two things,
from those 2 things, right?
I would say it was a fun ride.
It was definitely fun.
Really well themed.
Yeah.
Music was awesome.
Yeah.
Like that
but warning for the kids and the toddlers out there.
Yes, let's talk about that.
It's a little fast.
So the review from our 3-year-old, right? The review from our 3-year-old. So when he got off, he rode with Daniela first.
The first time.
When he got off, he said, "That was fast,"
and
he was kind of so he wasn't a fan. We asked him if he wanted to ride with me because we did baby swaps, so I got to go after, and so he could have ridden with me, and he chose not to.
Yeah.
Now, of course, once the ride was done, he kept reminding me throughout the whole day that I rode without him and that he wanted to ride with me.
And getting sad about it and tearful.
And then when we were hanging with Dan and Nick, he did ride with me.
He did, and I didn't get a review on how he felt about that afterwards.
So I think he grew into it. I just think it was more than what he anticipated.
Right, sure.
I thought it was going to be like the teacups.
That's probably what he thought too.
And I would say, if you have a hard time with spinning, this isn't as bad as the teacups.
Not nearly as bad.
But it does go faster.
Yes.
So like you're moving faster, but it doesn't swirl.
Yeah.
It doesn't spin the way that the teacups do.
Like, I can't do spinning rides at all.
Right. Daniela doesn't do the spinning at all. Right.
It's not even enjoyable for me. Right. But this was enjoyable. Yeah. It was fun.
Because you don't have the full spin.
Right.
It's you're being slung one way and then you're coming back the other.
And then you can't help yourself. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. So, I hope you're listening, Corey. So, Corey, I'm guessing that means you don't do
He's not a spinning person either.
I don't know. I want to be careful in saying that I think you're good because I don't know how you feel. I don't know your body.
Sure, yeah. But seriously, like, the teacups just go over. It's a continuous spinning, right? But this, because it's 3 different, like, circle tracks, it's not a continuous spinning. It's, like, more of, this. Okay.
Another important point. Nick put in the chat. Totally. Dan and I were bumping into each other.
You gotta like the person you
they
go
rode
on the
together. Yeah, seriously. There's gonna be no personal space. And, There's gonna be 0 personal space if you ride with someone. You're gonna sit on each other's lap, and then you're gonna be flung apart, and then you're gonna come back together.
It's gonna be hard to hold onto your cameras too, so be careful, vloggers.
Yes. But yeah, so we did want to just communicate because I know sometimes it's hard with the toddler. Mm-hmm. So if anybody does have children, our toddler initially thought it was a bit fast, but he ended up riding it a second time. So he ended up liking it.
So can I just say, Discover the Magic said Toy Story Land expansion is already in the works. I saw that. I don't know where I saw that. Someone was putting a video out.
That's awesome.
And I thought that was great.
They definitely have room to expand. Yeah. Twinkle Terran says, not gonna lie, I'm not excited for that ride. As someone who doesn't get to go to Disney World that often, this ride isn't magical enough for me. I'd wait for Tower of Terror rather than Aliens.
Does that mean you don't like Tower of Terror? I don't understand.
I think she's just saying if she's going to use that kind of time, she'd rather ride Tower of Terror.
I could see that.
And if you're more the thrill type, which I'm not, right? So one of the reasons I like Disney World is I like theming. I'm enamored by theming. That's why people didn't like the Navi River Journey, because they just didn't get any kind of thrill out of it. Yeah. For me, I can go down a slow boat, you know, and as long as it's nice and well themed, and I enjoy it. I love it.
You do.
Where others don't, you know. So I totally get it. So our hope is just to kind of communicate what it is. And if that works for you, then we'd recommend it. But it's definitely more of a theming ride, more of a immersive
experience ride. Like, and I think that's how we approach Disney in general.
Yes.
So that's probably why we just enjoy everything.
Yeah. if anything, D out of the two of us is more the thrill seeker.
I'm more thrill seeker. But I've tamed over the years because
and a lot of it for us is more just getting to experience it.
Right. He's taught me how to experience life a little bit more fully.
Mm-hmm.
But I do enjoy thrills still.
Yeah.
So Mouse Talk said it's a different type of spin, plus it's not constant. So yes, totally.
Correct.
What Mouse Talk is saying.
That's
right on.
Yeah.
Different type of spin.
Then I'm riding alone like always. Okay.
Human person. Yes, because you will bump into the person next to you.
Yeah. There's no avoiding
doubt.
it. Yeah.
And honestly, I didn't realize. Welcome, Laser Cat. They were in the stream as well, late into the stream. I didn't realize how jerky it would be in that regard, like, pushing us into each other, that I didn't even have my arm around Alex at the time. Like, I thought it would be like a more chill ride, but no, I had to put my arm around him because we were.
Yeah, that I would recommend that. I would recommend that if you're gonna go with a smaller child, just kind of hold them while they're going, because it will. Hey, Cargo.
Hey, Cargo.
Yes. They will get flung around a little bit. So
he was a little scared by that.
I'm pretty sure I saw Dan holding on to Nick. So I'm just kidding. But if Corey won't ride Alien, I like how she keeps saying Alien SS. Right? So we do appreciate you abbreviating in that way, Haley. You guys can with me, since we will be living in Florida in a few months. Oh, absolutely.
Totally.
I'll ride with Alex and you can ride with D.
Yes.
All the way.
And who's going to hold Gabby?
Oh, Corey. Corey can hold Gabby.
Corey, you're on Gabby duty, apparently.
Corey gets Gabby duty, and then we will ride with Haley. So.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
That's so funny.
So. Me, I will hold Gabby, yeah. Gabby's not going to be hard to find somebody who's going to hold her.
That's so true. Corey can hold Gabby. Oh, man.
We have food invading the chat.
Grapes. It's from someone else's stream.
Okay.
Was it Disney Dan's stream, I think? I don't remember. I saw a whole bunch of grapes in Disney Dan's stream, I think, while he was on the Frozen ride. Frozen. But I don't know why grapes were being thrown at him. Someone explain.
Is it Stacey Rogers' birthday?
Stacey Rogers, hey girl, happy birthday. What? Cargo brought the grapes. That's funny. Dan's stream. Okay. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, yeah, all in all, I that was my big thing. I would say underrated. Not that it's the most amazing...
It's an inside joke.
Okay. All right, well then,
it's not
unhappy birthday to you.
Warning.
Happy unbirthday. What I was going to say is, Alien Swirling Saucer,
yes.
Underrated. Not that it's the most amazing ride ever, not, but worth riding.
Yeah.
I think, and this goes in line, I really enjoyed it. I got to be on, we got to be on Disney Fiasco on Saturday. And I had a blast. I really enjoyed it. And Corey mentioned something which then made me think about the Alien Swirling Saucer this way. Toy Story Mania now is lighter. There's less of a line,
so awesome.
Easier to get fast passes.
Yes.
And so I just thought that
so excited.
It helps the entire experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know that you can go to the park and ride 2 out of the 3.
Yes.
You might not be able to get all 3, right? But you know you can go and get 2 out of the 3.
At least on a Sunday afternoon. I will say that. In August.
Sure. But I think the fact that one was a 40-minute wait, the other was a 50-minute wait. And I don't know about you guys, but I'll wait 50 minutes for Toy Story Mania.
And we were there. So, Slinky Dog was like 75-minute wait, which honestly isn't that
If
bad.
we didn't have the kids, we would have done it. Yeah.
I mean,
if we didn't have the kids, we would have done it. Yeah, totally. So, and we've got rocket ships, grapes. Did you guys like any of the TSL pins?
I know
you guys don't collect, but I thought I did.
You saw them?
Yeah, I saw
them.
But not only that, I did watch. I think Corey had a video, and I know Megan had a video on some of the Toy Story Land. Yeah, absolutely, Mouse Talk. Thanks for coming by. We'll be signing off soon.
Yeah. I was kind of on mom duty.
But I do. I really like them.
Yeah.
I really like them.
I'm sure they're awesome. You know what I almost tried at the end of the night was the Toy Story Land themed cupcake. Has anyone tried that on the stream? It looks so cool.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was so cool. When I went to go get pizza with Alex by Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster. I forget what that place is called. They had it and it looked so good. What's up, Dean?
Hey,
welcome
Dean,
in.
welcome.
Yeah, no worries.
No worries.
Do you like cupcakes? I do. I was so close to trying it. Did anyone see that? Did anyone try it? Oh, it looked so good. I'll have to do a review.
Yeah.
Maybe in September.
Research.
When Love Fame
it's for
comes.
Research. So, gotta eat the cupcakes for research.
I like anything with sugar.
Yeah.
Yes. Totally. Yeah. Even the restrooms were themed. That was so fun.
The restrooms were themed. I don't know if this is. Do I want to go here?
Yes.
Okay. So the urinals were like kiddie urinals. So just beware, right? The urinals are extremely low. I'm not sure why they thought that was a good idea for theming.
It's so funny.
So just, whatever.
Now you know.
Yeah. Full review here. Full review. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Love it.
Yeah. So.
And I like the new queue for Toy Story Mania as well. It was kind of cool coming in from the different side.
Yeah. So there's a new entrance.
Yeah.
And the theming was awesome. It had some new things, but still a lot of the old.
Oh, someone said it.
Corey
I think it was Corey mentioned it. Yeah.
I think Corey, because I think I saw it on like the thumbnail or something. Corey had some interesting interaction with the army.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm gonna go back and watch that. But yes, they're very interactive in the park. You have meet and greets.
Yes.
I saw Woody,
Buzz,
and Jessie. Yeah, Jessie was there as well.
That's the other downfall. Just one more downfall. Is that before you can meet and greet inside a building with AC, now the meet and greet is outside.
That's true.
Hot.
That's true.
Muy caliente.
Yeah.
So, that's it. Those are the only downfalls. Just the lack of AC. But that's just Walt Disney World in general, right? Like.
I think it's so cool because when I was little, I used to play with those little green army men. I had a green set and then a tan set, and I used to play with the little army men. And I think it's so cool that the costume in the park has the little plastic circle that the army men used to have on their back, like the little extra plastic.
That's awesome.
So
have a good night, Corey Meets World. Thanks for dropping in.
Yes, thanks for dropping by. Did you get autographs? No, we don't meet the characters, Laser. Primarily because our 3-year-old's not ready for it. He still gets afraid. He's still pretty afraid.
He was almost ready for it. I said he saw Buzz, and I was like, "Do you want to meet him?" And he was like, "No, maybe later." Yeah. So who knows?
Dean. So we didn't eat there. One was, as we mentioned, there's no eating in, like, it's not indoors, it's out.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was very hot.
Yeah, for our kids specifically. Yeah. Like, they were so hot.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to go somewhere inside.
We wanted to eat inside, so we went to Pizza Rizzo instead.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, closes at like 4.
Yeah.
We had no idea. So we were at Pizza Rizzo,
for a while.
And we were just talking. And Alex was napping, we had eaten, we were chilling, and then the guy kept, like, wandering around our booth. And I was like, this dude's kind of,
He must really like us.
I'm like,
and
maybe he's bored.
Maybe
he's bored at work. And then he's like, well, almost closing time.
We're like...
And I'm like, what time do you guys close? And he's like, 4 o'clock. And I look at my phone and it's 4:15. And I'm like, okay, well, we need to get out of here. No wonder he was, like, sticking around, like, why are you guys here? So, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's see.
So, Nick loved the grilled cheese there.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. He said that it wasn't just some normal grilled cheese. It was actually more gourmet-like.
Yeah.
Different cheeses and stuff.
Disney is king of glorified sandwiches. When people talk about, like, Be Our Guest... I think their ham and cheese sandwich is amazing. But it's a ham and cheese sandwich. Like it is what it is. It's like a 3-cheese grilled cheese. I
That's
would actually
awesome.
really like that. I would really like that. Maybe I'll try it next
Dean, that is my favorite quick service
time.
restaurant.
Yeah, Dean.
I love
That's
that
probably
place.
the best quick service restaurant in Disney World.
I would argue that totally.
Yeah, those bowls
So
are
good.
amazing. Yeah.
Love it.
Politely kicking you out. Absolutely, Twinklebug
Yes.
Darren. I felt so embarrassed.
He
when we were
was.
just
He was
sitting
so embarrassed.
there.
He started
Yeah.
cleaning up so fast, and I was
Yeah.
like, "What's the rush?"
She's like, they're Disney. They can't be mean, right?
In fact, I was like, "Can I still order pizza?" The only place I can eat grilled cheese is at home. Womp womp womp. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Cargo. So funny. And that cheesecake. Did we try the cheesecake?
No,
I don't think we tried the
We
cheesecake.
didn't eat anything. Well, no, he's talking about. I
At
think at Toy
Satuli
Story.
Canteen?
No.
Oh.
Oh yeah. That's right. We've got like 3 different conversations going at once. Yeah.
And that's how
No, I
that
don't
shit
think we
works.
did try it. That's
No?
like the.
Is it the blue
one? Yeah,
I
think
probably
it's the
did
blue
try
one.
it. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think we tried it with
Yeah, the purple thing.
Thomas Everett.
He says. Maybe you did.
I think
maybe
I did.
you did
and it
with
was
Daphne.
really good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah.
I'm cracking up. And the purple thing. there.
All right, Laser Cat. Have a good night.
Good night.
Oh, well, we've got to be wrapping up anyway. So
We
we
do.
are past
We
our time as usual.
A little bit.
So, but we enjoyed having this
Thanks
conversation.
for coming out, guys. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you for sharing your thoughts. I hear crickets. That's funny. We've got loud crickets right outside.
It's our
door.
sound machine.
We also have a sound machine going for the kids. So
You forgot to turn it off.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway,
Ooh.
hope that you guys have a great
Yes,
night.
a magical evening.
Remember to make sure to check out our